Hi everyone, Tom was here, back at it with another card grading video, and this is, I believe, my fourth submission to SGC. Look, I understand that the people think PSA is the gold standard, and I personally, for me, based on the price, based on the shipping cost, based on the turnaround time, it's SGC for me. I sent these cards in, I think like last week, and already have them back. No, it's only 5 cards. I took advantage of their Tops Now special, which I think was $10 per card, or it was either $10 or $12 per card. I can't remember offhand, but pretty cheap for a graded slab. I had a few Tops Now cards, so I decided to take the gamble. So let's get into it. A 5-card Tops Now reveal SGC grading on Tom Was Here.
What's good, everybody? It's Gary V from V Friends. You're watching Tom Was Here.
Okay, so with SGC, like I said, they've been mostly fair to me. The one that I kind of waited months for, that I sent through a third party, had probably the worst grades I've ever got through SGC. But for the most part, they have been pretty good to me, grading wise. For the most part, I am not, some card expert. I am a novice. I look over the cards. If they look okay, I don't see any noticeable things on them, I just submit them and hope for the best. So this first one here is a Ohtani, and this is the 50-50 Ohtani. So my son likes Shohei. I like Shohei. Is a great player, but Tops Now becomes the first 50-50 player in MLB history. Figured that'd be a cool one to send in for the Tops Now, and it got a 10. There we go. Good start. These cards, Tops Now, they were in the sleeves, in the envelopes. They went right from the envelope to a card saver, and the card saver was sent into SGC. So I feel pretty confident, hopefully, that some of these did get a 10, because they weren't touched by anyone by any stretch. So good start to have the 110 for the 50-50. We also did the 40-40 one. So this is the 40-40 club one. Same deal on this one. It was sent in an envelope. It was sent to SGC. I don't think it was touched by any hands. And they got 9.5. Interesting. Okay. So there must be something there, corner-wise or centering-wise, that I don't necessarily see. Maybe someone more knowledgeable can let me know on that. But 9.5 on that. So 110, 9.5. But I guess between the two, between the 40-40 and 50-50, having the 50-50 be a 10 is the way to go. Now, this one here is the Wembanyama Rookie of the Year. It is a thicker Tops Now card. I had my concerns because it's a thicker Tops Now card. I wasn't sure if it was something, where I should send this in, because they do send it to you in kind of like a, like a mag? So, is it something where, it's probably a good thing to send this in, because thicker cards don't always grade well, who's to say, but it got a 8.5. 8.5 on that. So yeah, thicker cards, man. I don't know what it is about thicker cards. I don't know if it's, like they're getting dinged up in the process, or they're, I don't know if it's like the centering or what the deal is, but man, they do not grade well. They do not grade well at all. 8.5, I mean, not the best grade by any stretch, which concerns me about this card moving forward, because this is the C.J. Stroud, youngest quarterback to win a playoff game card, and it is a thicker card. And when it is a thicker card, like I said, the grades, tend to reflect that. But this one got a 9.5. Okay. But even with a thicker card, that one did a lot better than the Wemby one did. I don't know why the Wemby one got dinged up. But maybe there's something. I do see something here. I don't know what that is. I didn't see that when I sent it in. Looks like a spot or something on that. It doesn't look like that's on a slab. It looks like it's on the card. That may have did it in. But yeah, 8.5 is not the best. And then the last card here, I got at a card show. And it is a Shohei Ohtani, but it's the Road to Opening Day Japan edition. Which was, kind of a rare Topps Now, kind of a more unique option. I didn't really get into Topps Now, until recently. So I wasn't sure, if they were offering this as a variant or if this was being offered as a separate card. So I have no idea, but I did find it at a card show, and it also got a 10, which is awesome. Okay, well, that's very cool. Okay, so of the two Ohtanis, the 50-50 and the Japan edition are very good. Got the 10, 9.5 and 9.5 within the Shroud and the 40, and then this outlier 8.5 of the Wembanyama. Not the most ideal grades by any stretch, but you know what? Not bad. Not bad either. Like I said, I don't feel ever at any point that SGC is like, wow, you're taking advantage, or they're, these grades don't really reflect, what I saw. I didn't see any noticeable thing to make this an 8.5, but these being 10 and 9.5, I can't complain, to be honest with you. The funny thing is, as someone who had a bunch of Skeens Topps Now cards, I had a Skeens Ohtani. I sent it off to another grading company. I had a Skeens someone else. I can't remember what the other record was, but I sent that off to someone else. This is before I knew they'd do a Topps Now special, or I probably would have saved the Skeens for that. All in all, not bad. No complaints. Like I said, SGC is kind of my go-to. I know a lot of people, they're like, oh, it's PSA or bust, but honestly, I've seen a lot of things with PSA that makes me wary of dealing with them. I would love to eventually send in a PSA submission, but I'm a novice card grader, a novice card collector. I don't have cards that I consider like these banger cards that, I want to send in. These are just things that I'm like, oh, these would be fun to have in a slab. And that's really the thought process that goes into it. But when it comes to nicer cards, like, the ones that I think either, in this case, just because the special was there, that'll wrap it up for SGC 5-card reveal Topps Now special. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you are new here, make sure to like, share, subscribe. If you like support me on Patreon like John Bailey, like Brett Bursing, like Fayen, you can do so. Link is in the description below. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt, a TomWasHere t-shirt, you can do so at Spreadshirt, as well as links to my eBay store, Facebook page, Instagram, TikTok, whatnot, Arena Club. The links are in the description below. But when it comes to my next card grading video, or my next video in general, we will see you soon. But until then, bye everyone.